everyone coming from today? Let me know in the comments. Where are you all coming from? Hi, ladies. It's so amazing to see you. So good to see some new faces and some regular faces as well. I've got some chats coming in. We've got Serena, Queensland. Um, to Vista, Colorado. No way. That's amazing. Gold Coast, Melbourne. So cool. I'm in Melbourne, Serena, Queensland. Wow. Brizzy. I'm just going to make sure my notifications are turned off. I don't know why they're going. Actually, no, I don't know how to turn them off. Never mind. Where did you all go? No, I've lost you. Only been using Zoom for 4 years, guys. Still can't figure it out. All right. Let's bring these people in. Where are you, everybody? I've lost you. Literally, I can't see you all. Oh, there you are. Oh gosh. This is what working with me is like. All right. Let me share with you my screen. My note taker wants to come in. I'm just going to let them in because it's annoying me that it's waiting in the waiting room. I've been so excited to run this, guys. Bear with me. I did leave an hour and a half for it. I did ideally would love to get it done in an hour just because I know that an hour and a half is a long time to hold your attention. Um, However, the downloads, what I'm supposed to be saying, has been coming through like crazy. And they're like, throw this in, throw this in. So I'm going to try and do justice as to what is needed to be said while also being mindful of your time and attention. Know that you can come back and watch it on replay if you need to watch it in 2 parts or 3 parts, because I know an hour and a half, especially if you've got kids and things like that, is a long time to be still. Adelaide, Auckland. Wow, super cool. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for all of you guys being here today and for trusting me to take you through this. The pressure is real. Let me begin to share my screen with you, and hopefully that works out for me because things in the past haven't been working. Can you all see my little? Give me a thumbs up if you can see this. Ah, yes, nice. Now, it's just started at the end, that's all. I'm gonna start to run through this, but if you want to let me know also in the comments why you wanted to be here today, what drew you to, um, wanting to adjust your reality, change your reality, um, yeah, what drew you here? Is it intuitive download? Is it things that you've been going through in your life? I'm keen to know. Um, and if you wouldn't mind turning off your microphone, that would be great, even though these bloody things are gonna come up. All right, so because I want to hear, it helps me as well. I sort of like to tailor because June is awesome. Thank you, Jen. Ah, you're so funny. I'm a fangirl. Thank you, you guys, pumping me up. Oh, thank you, Kirsty. All right. Well, I don't even know where to begin. Oh, thank you, Em. That's not what the answers I was expecting, but welcomed. Keep going. About to start energy work business and working through the nerves. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely get that. Reality shift right now, and this is perfectly aligned to my day off. Geez, meant to be. All right. So let's begin. Let's see if I can see my notes through all of the bits and pieces. A calling. Oh, love that. I just got chills. You always motivate the shit out of me. Okay. Oh, I love this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me get started into this class. Before we sort of get into the class, for those of you that haven't worked with me before, it's a little bit about me and who am I? First and foremost, I am the mum to three beautiful little girls. I have a 12, a 7, and a 2-year-old. And my entrepreneurship journey actually began when my eldest daughter was born. So that was 12 years ago. And after I had her, I, was a motivated individual in muggle work. I was currently working in HR, so human resources, and operations for retail. And after I had her, I just had this feeling like I actually don't ever want to go back to full-time work again. I don't want to work for someone. I don't want to build somebody else's vision. I want to create my own, like, I guess, reality where I can still be with my daughter and be very present and be able to do something. I just had this calling. And for those of you that are on here, you might be familiar with what it is that I'm talking about, and this feeling deep inside like there is something more for me. But I'm just unsure as to what that is and how to get there. But I know there's something big calling and waiting for me. So, fast forward a lot of time. I'm not going to go through all of my journey, but if you are interested, there's more on my podcast, which is the Intuitive Leader Untamed podcast. But fast forward to say 2019, after the birth of my second daughter, I was started to become very drawn and curious towards intuitive development. And really, this is where my journey and my understanding around the fact that you are creating your own reality every day started to unfold. And the intuitive development journey started to lead me more so into a life where I felt so much more in alignment and authentic and true to myself finally. So I have worked and trained with some world-renowned mentors, teachers, and coaches in the psychic development space, in healing modalities, mediumships. I am a channel for spirit, so you might hear me today refer to, messages coming through or things that I was drawn to share because of my connection with Source, Universe, Divine, Spirit Guides, Angels, whatever it is that you resonate with. And my business evolution probably over the past 6 years, once I stepped into the spiritual development side, it led me down this path of I did readings professionally for around 5 years as a psychic medium. I've also used to do healings, but I started very quickly teaching because that was just me and the background that I'd come from. And my belief system is you only need to be one step ahead of somebody else to be able to lead and help them through it. So whatever it is I was learning, I wanted to share it with other people because this is what brings me some of the most joy. And I started teaching in intuitive development, teaching people to learn to trust themselves, and that really you have all the answers, a lot of the answers inside as to where it is you want to go to create the most aligned business for you. And then moved into business mentoring. Small business has always been a passion of mine, and helping other light workers to be able to create the reality that they want. So I don't just help business owners, I also help those who just want to intuitively lead. So to create the reality that they want, and the basis of everything really for me is intuitive leadership. So leading through what is aligned with you from your heart to create the most abundant, amazing, fulfilling life and or business. So for those of you that are in soul-led business, that comes from your heart as well. So yeah, I think to date now, probably through my programs and school. So those of you that are familiar with my work previously, it was called the Little Psychic School, is now called the Intuitive Leaders Academy. There's probably thousands of people that have now been through those doors. The reason why today's class is happening is because, business has been going well, or has been going well over the past 5 years. And slowly I've been finding my way and being drawn towards all these little bits and pieces that slowly I've accumulated and then sped up at realizing that you have so much control. You have control. You are the creator of the reality that it is that you want. And probably the last year's time frame, things just, I feel like quantum, whatever you want to call it, quantum shift, quantum leap, timeline jumped, hops, reality shifted, and everything that I learned compounded really quickly. And some big changes started happening in my life. And then also, by default, the clients that I was leading through. And it's almost like, I could see and feel this happening. But it was almost like this last year, I needed to get to the end of the year to go, yeah, right, what you've been doing, now it's proved in this year how you've come from here to here and how quickly things have shifted, that you are actually shifting and changing your reality. It's almost like I needed to hit the year time frame to prove to myself that, okay, you kind of know what you're talking about here, and you can actually you can actually teach this now, which probably isn't the right mindset to have. I probably could have taught it earlier, but Basically, there are five major changes. These are the that I made, and I'm going to tell them to you today. But know that I'm only literally going to be touching the surface of each topic. Like each topic, I could probably talk on for hours. Like I'm that passionate about each particular thing, but obviously we don't have that time here today. So I will touch on each topic, and obviously, if you have questions, feel free to ask questions. I'm sort of rounding it up for you, but if you would like to go deeper into any of this, that's how you work with me in my programs. Threw that in there. So let's start, I guess, as to an example of me, which is my favorite thing to talk about. I'm joking because it feels very awkward for me. And this past few weeks, while I'm promoting this masterclass, actually have probably been some of the most uncomfortable of my life because I've had to talk about the evolution of myself and my business and the achievements that I've made. For probably a lot of you, when you talk yourself up, I don't know how else to word it, you probably feel like a real D head. Let me know if that's you or if it's just me. But in order to be able to get people into the class, I kind of had to, right? So I had to talk about it. So basically, where I've come from. Um, I came from, so my business was yo-yoing income. So let me know if you resonate with any of this. So if you are a light worker, and know that if you're not a light worker or you're not planning to be a light worker, a lot of the principles that I'm teaching today also still apply to you. You're still hopefully going to get something out of it. I grab a pen and paper just by the way, because there is going to be some homework that I'm going to leave you. And if you don't write it down and try these things, nothing's going to change for you. If you are in this space because you're wanting to shift and change your reality, you're going to have to put work in. You're going to have to change. You know what they say, if nothing changes, then nothing changes. So grab a pen and paper if you've got one. But basically, this is where I was. If you resonate, let me know. My income was fluctuating from probably, I got myself to like anywhere from 2K to 7K months, and it was going up and down. And when I was hitting the higher K months, it was like I was busting my ass, like literally hustling my ass off to get there. It was like a lot of effort for me. And these are the loops that over the, initial 4 years, I realized like I keep doing this, but like I'm getting a bit better, but consistently. So I sort of had this income ceiling. So if those of you that feel like you're stuck at an income ceiling and you kind of can't get over that, let me know as well. So I was stuck at around the 5K income ceiling, and kept cycling through. So let me know if you've done this. High energy phases, and where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so motivated. I'm going to do this, and this. And then completely like, showing up every day, doing all the things, and then completely just burning the shit out and then disappearing for like months on end. Like if that ghosting everything completely. So yeah, there's some of you saying that you resonate with this. This is exactly, I mean, I still do this to a degree. We're women, we're cyclic beings, we're energetic beings, but it's way less hectic. Like I'm not gonna disappear for 6 months now where I used to in the past. You've tried other people's methods, formulas, and feeling like if it doesn't work for you, that there's something wrong with you, rather than actually trusting yourself and realizing that you can do things your own way. I was hesitating to move. Okay, if you don't say this is you, I'm gonna call you out here because I know pretty much everyone that comes through my space has intuitive downloads and they just don't action them, or they hesitate, or they sit on it for months on end and they go, oh, I'll wait till I've got everything ready before I actually do anything, about it. I'll wait till I've got all my ducks in a row. So absolutely not trusting myself, taking forever to action things, undercharging, who's done that, overgiving, not feeling worthy, refusing to invest in things that I knew were right for me, but just feeling like, oh, I could be dressing my children in nice clothes with this money, when that's not the right mindset to come from. Like you can be buying amazing clothes for them if you invest in yourself and then you're actually making the dollars, right? But anyway, that was another thing I've gone through. Knowing that you're made for bigger impact, for bigger abundance, but actually feeling like I had no idea how to get there. I was burning myself out, feeling trapped, and just going through the same loops basically in life. And it was not about, strategies and things like that. It was really about me and the belief system that I had within myself. So once I sort of, started to get things underway and realizing that really I was the creator of this loop, And, I'm still building, not saying that there's still so much work that I have left to do. I'm not saying that I don't have, I'm done. I've got so much work still, and we all do. It's once you realize it's an ever evolving process, then the better. The sooner you realize that, the better. We're always going to keep growing and evolving. But what I've done in this past year, I guess, just to show how what I've been doing has been working, is built myself to consistent 5-figure months, which I remember thinking, if I could just get to a 6-figure business, like I've made it, rah, rah, rah. And then it's funny because you get there and you're like, no, I want to be a 7-figure business now. That's what it's like for high achievers. But I've been able to in the past 12 months get myself to consistent 5 figures without feeling like I'm hustling, without burning myself out, staying consistent but still within alignment, and working about 15 to 25 hours a week. So not busting my ass to get to the income that I have been trying to get to. I've created more spaciousness and freedom in my life. I've been traveling with my family while running my business. I've never traveled so much in a 12-month time frame. And I'll show you a couple of photos in a minute. My husband took the entire year off basically because my business was able to create the financial freedom for that, which has been incredible. My podcast completely, went up into one of the top percentage of video podcasts. And I won gold at the Osmompreneur Award, so a coaching award, and I'm now a finalist this year in 2 categories as well. I launched a book, I got a second signed, and built the most important thing, and this is really where I want to take you, is I built a business and life that I genuinely love on my own terms most days. I'm not saying there's not days where you're like, oh my God, this is so hard, I just want to work at Kmart and like crawl into a ball. But most days I am so excited. Like I've been so excited to run this class. So just a few pictures. This was my book launch party. Launched the book. These are some of the awards that I won, and some of my finalist things for this year as well. So this has still been in 12 months time frame. This is my podcast and the growth that it made. This is traveling with my family. My husband selling his business of 7 years. I traveled to Queensland this year to run events, Sydney to run events, traveled with my family all over the place overseas. Probably haven't been at home for longer than 6 weeks in a row, because for me, and this is what I want to get to the bottom of for you, for me, what's important is the freedom and travel. That lights me up. That's what makes me happy. So that's what I want you to start thinking about today, is what lights you up, what makes you happy. So how did I do it? I will be getting to that, but probably also wanted to let you know what drove me to do it. So I don't know where to start with this. One of the things that has driven me to do this and to become obsessed with like shifting your reality, changing your reality, understanding that you are the creator of everything that you are experiencing is you. So the people that I'm here to help. One of my natural strengths, I feel as an intuitive, is to see the best and highest version of a person. I can see you, know you for 5 minutes, and if you give me permission, can feel what you are capable of and how much it is, how much you can create, and the amazing impact like you are here to create in your own unique way on the world. And when I started realizing that that's something that I see in others, that is something that I coach in others. So, through intuitive development or through, business development or however it is, I just became obsessed with making myself into the best version of me so I could help to see you do that also. It genuinely is something that lights me up so much to see other people like living out their best lives. And I cannot help it. Those of you that are mentors here, like you probably are making friends with people in the toilet, like at a bar somewhere, and then going, oh my God, you should so go for that job. Like you can totally do it. You're amazing. You just have that naturally within you. So you are what spur me on to discover these things for myself, which I'm going to teach you, because it genuinely makes me so happy. And that's why I'm running this for free, right? I would love more people in my space to work with, because the more people to connect with, the more, people out there creating the best version of themselves, the better. but also because I wanted access, you to have access to it. Because if this affects you in any way, please tell me, because that's literally what like makes me so happy at nighttime. Like I'm sick in that way. So you motivated me. What else motivated me was my dad. So my dad passed away in 2022. And for anyone that is very close with a parent, he was like the stay-at-home dad, and my mum went to work. And I'm still close to my mum, but he was like the Mr. Mum, right? He took us everywhere to everything, and he was like my best friend. And he was always my biggest cheerleader supporter. He passed away in 2022. When he was passing away, he was between worlds. So in between that, I don't know what's going on. I'm here and I'm asking about what's for lunch, and also I'm in between spirit world. And one of the last things he said to us was, "Don't forget to play the game." And we were like, what? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? And he said, like, we're basically along the lines of we're only here once in this incarnation as you. And don't forget, it's a game. And you are the one who has the ability to learn how to manipulate this game. So this is completely rounding up what he said, right? Don't forget to just make the most of it and play it. And those words have been stuck in my head. And that principle has been like the foundation of basically today, which is learning that Earth is, it's a school, it's a game, it's here for learning, and you are here to like win the freaking game. The universe is in your favor always. What gets in the way is ourselves, really. So, um, from that, let's get into the damn learning part, right? So let's get into some of the things that I have done this year. Um, Elizabeth, yes, hit me up in my DMs in Instagram, and we can talk about that for sure. Love that you have goosebumps, Aroha, love that. Okay, so knowing that you are the one who's playing the game, you are the one who is co-creating. So with spirit, the universe, God, whatever you resonate with, you also and everything you have within you is what is creating your reality. So in order to get into the steps, first of all, I want to tell you what my perception of reality is, because some of you might be new to this. And let me know if I've lost you, okay? Don't just like keep sitting there and be like, uh-huh, and this is just going over your head. Let me know if I've lost you. Let me know in the comments. Because what I'm going to talk about is my perception of reality, a very brief version. Again, this is something that I could go in 2 4 days. My understanding is that everything that is happening in your physical reality is just a reflection of everything that you embody inside. So, your belief system, your thought process, your energetics, your emotions, you are like a transmitter transmitting out this frequency that the universe is responding to. So, this is a big thing to sort of like come to terms with if you're new to this understanding that you are actually creating and manifesting every day with the frequency that you are putting out. And the universe or the physical reality is just manifesting itself based on what you have internally. So basically, what you are experiencing in your physical reality is your inside world spewed out everywhere. Like you've literally just vomited up your whole internal everything, and you're seeing that in physical reality. Let me know if this does not make sense to you. Probably, you know what I have you guys seen those memes where there's like that guy and he's got like the whiteboard and he's like trying to describe, like explain something, and he's got all these red, wires going everywhere, and he just looks like a crazy. That's what I feel like in this particular moment. But let me know if you're with me, okay? Um, so in saying that, we can actually purposely create or start creating what it is that we are perceiving in our physical reality by working on us, right? A couple of you are saying makes sense. Okay, thank you. Um, but how many of you today, so I want you to let me know, took time out already to purposely and intentionally, consciously create what it is that you are experiencing in your reality? Who's taken any time today to go, okay, I'm going to manifest? Oh, we've got Maggie to put her hand up. Yes, you go, girl. Love that. Anyone else? And that's amazing if you have, but I'm going to say most of us don't. Elizabeth did. Yes, it's amazing. Love that. And me included. I don't do it all the time. I don't do it every day, but it is something that I have got quite regular at. So you can actually set the intention for what it is that you want. And every day you can take out, sometimes, okay, that's good, Kirsty, a couple of minutes to actually sit down and make it happen. So how do you do that? Sit down and get very clear in what it is that you want. Do you know when I run in-person workshops, when I say what makes you happy, like what do you want out of life? It's actually quite sad and it makes me emotional even thinking about it because one of the people in the last workshop I went to who actually started bawling, actually I won't say who it was, was very close to me. And there's a lot of people that actually don't know. They've never sat down to go, well, what do I actually want out of my life? What makes me happy? What lights me up? And there's so many in those in-person workshops that go, far out. How bad is that? I actually don't know what makes me happy because we get so caught up in this like day to day of doing, hustling. Like, I got to do this, I got to be here, I got to, take care of my kids, which is great. But like, what makes you happy? So sit down, get clear on what it is that you actually want. And it might be that freedom. So for me, it's the freedom to travel is one of those things, being present, spending time with my family, also being able to serve, like, um, who my soulmate clients. Um, so sit down, write a list of what it is that makes you happy, and set the intention that from now on, moving forward, you are going to accept the guidance that comes in to help you to create those things and to manifest those things into your reality. So previously, I was happy, but I didn't realize how much more happy I could be. I didn't realize how much more I could have. And when have so much more happiness and freedom and abundance, then that only amplifies and magnifies what you can give to other people. So you can state what it is. You can tell me if there's something that you can state it now in the comments if you want to. But ask for these things. Ask for these things to be made your way. And I'm going to show you, or I'm going to talk you through a little exercise of like how it can work, and just to show you how powerful you are as a creator. So we're going to start small, and this is so we've set the intention. Basically, like, okay, let's start with something small. So this is an example that I want you to play out over the next 7 days. I want to show you how powerful you are as a creator. You are the creator. You are a source droplet, like energy from joy, God, whatever. You have that power within you. So for example, something big that's going to take time to manifest is obviously something like a new house. It's obviously like that's going to take a little bit longer. But think about, I want you to write out 3 things. This is an exercise I want you to do over the next 7 days. 3 things that you desire to show up in your life within the next 7 days. So just 3 things, and I want them to be believable things. So when I say I want them to be believable things, what I've written here is make sure they are aligned to you and rate them by believability. So what I mean by believability, how much do you believe that it's true that you can manifest this thing? So for example, if I said, I want to manifest myself a free like cup of coffee, I obviously believe I can do that. I'm going to say 9 out of 10. So that 10 being the most believable. I can manifest a free cup of coffee, 9 out of 10. So think about something that you can manifest within the next 7 days, or it might be just one thing, might be 3 things that is rated at least 8 to 10. Because the reason why you haven't already manifested what it is that you want is because you don't believe it to be true. If you believed it to be true, truly, wholly, fully, within your whole subconscious, unconscious, whatever mind, you would already have it. I don't have $1 million because there is blocks inside of me, limiting beliefs that says that maybe I'm not worthy of $1 million, that it's hard to create. I've got so many belief systems probably wrapped up around being a millionaire that you can possibly imagine at this point. But I believe that I can get there, but I'm working on it, right? So things that are highly believable, write them in the comments if you want to share. And basically these 3 things, I want you to visualize them daily as if you already have these things. So obviously you have to believe that you are capable of manifesting it. 1, yes, it's be positive and belief, and it happens. Yes, if you truly believe. But the thing is that sometimes things that we think we believe, like I believe that I can I do believe that I am capable of becoming a millionaire, but then deep down, there's a lot of subconscious blocks probably hidden there. So there is, I know there is. And most of them are like, around worthiness. I'm going to say that already for myself. I know that. But with the thing that you're trying to manifest within the next 7 days, these small things, because I want to show you how it works. I want you to visualize, spend 2, 3 minutes a day. That's it. Visualizing on these things as if you already have the thing. And when I say visualizing, you already have it, it's not just about imagining the thing, it's about using your emotions. So these are the things that your physical reality is picking up on, your emotional state, your thoughts. So what you're thinking when you receive the cup of coffee, how it feels when you receive it. Oh my God, I'm so happy. This is so amazing. Now I'm going to be so wired and I'm going to be so excited for the day because I've got this cup of coffee. Like, how awesome. The taste of it, the smell of it, how it feels in your hands, the touch. Like, you create your physical reality by what it is that, by all of these things, by what it is you're feeling inside. So you're going to emit this frequency of this cup of coffee by doing all of those things. And it only takes like 2, 3 minutes, but you really have to be in the moment. So that's basically how you consciously create. That is super simple and easy. And if you're new to this, start with the small things, prove it to yourself, because how many of you are like, this sounds like bullshit, but you need some physical proof to actually show that you're capable of doing this. If things start working out for you, like, please message me and let me know. It might be to receive $100. I'm going to receive $100 in any way, shape, or form. But here are some tricks. Don't get stuck or wrapped up in the how. How is this going to happen? You have to let that go, the how, because this is where people stuff up. You limit the universe by being obsessed with how it's going to happen. And if you are restricting the universe of how it's going to bring it to you, then actually a lot of the time it works out being better. So you can say, um, I would love to manifest this $100, this week. And I'm open to that coming in, or even better. So I'm open to I'm going to receive that, or even better. It's got to be even better. Yes, you absolutely put obstacles in. We do that. We do put obstacles in our own path that stop us. And don't focus on the lack. So on the lack of the thing. So for me, what my spirit team kept reminding me of, because I'm trying to manifest a new house currently. That's like my thing. We've been in the same house for 10 years. And I'm currently trying to manifest a new house. And prior to that, why it wasn't working is because I was like, oh, we don't have the new house yet. I'd love to have some more space. Like, oh, this house is so cramped with the 3 kids. I was focused on the lack. I wasn't focused on, oh my goodness, this house provides me shelter. This house has an amazing view. I have loved being here so much. So you know what I started doing? I am cleaning out the house now like I'm cleaning it out to sell. So I am putting myself in the future moment, and being in, like, so when I'm operating from the future moment, I am literally like thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm so sad to leave here because I've had the best memories in this house, but I'm also really excited to move into a new space. And I'm cleaning this and I'm sorting this out, and this fresh energy feels good of, sorting out the old drawers and everything, because I was like, oh, this house is tired, it's falling apart, rah, rah. So start doing the house up. And even that energy shift, watch this space. Has started things falling into place for us to be able to, have the new house. So that's an example. I also wanted to give you an example of how I manifested the award, right? So the award that I saw, what happened was I got nominated for the Oz Mompreneur Awards. In that moment, my abilities showed me a timeline that was possible, where I was going to win that award. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. If you see it and things like that, it means you are capable of it. What I then had to do was, one, take the actionable steps to actually apply, accept the nomination, apply for the award, get people to vote for me, but every day. And this was like, I was doing this unintentionally. I was visualizing myself winning that award. I was so emotional. I would make myself cry. Because I was like, oh my God, like I see this and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful and I'm so excited. So every day I was thinking about it. Wrote my acceptance speech before I knew I was in the finals. I was reciting it. I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to say when I win. And I was doing this unintentionally, but then now that I've learned all these things, I'm like, oh my God, this is why you manifested this, Like I was in that moment. So that's how you manifest. And then I took the action steps to make sure it actually played out. And I let go of the how. I actually didn't think about it. I was like, I am just going to do what I feel is intuitively right now, and I'm not tight. If I didn't win, I still would have been super happy to have been nominated. So that's step one. Liz is saying, I'm imagining myself now in a new car. Next week, I'm going to sit in it. Yes, to get the feel of it. I'm manifesting to win it. I love this. Yes, manifesting to win it or to receive it in a way, being open. I'm not stuck to how, I'm open to how I might receive this. I want my law degree so I can help others. That's amazing. It's like top athletes visualize winning. Absolutely. Yes, love this. Okay, so good. If you have any questions, let me know. But if not, I'm going to go on to number two. So that's number one. Actually set the intention. Visualize doing the thing. There's a little exercise for you. Number two. This is probably, so these aren't in order. I had to do them in this order so that it actually made sense to what I was talking about, because otherwise then I would even look more so like the crazy person trying to explain this. Number two is doing the inner work, probably one of the most important things. So this past year, the reason why, and I have no doubt I moved so quickly, is because I have never been more so prepared to call myself out on my own crap and work on my own bullshit, basically, that I was telling myself. And a lot of, my clients, they say, this is the part, that I avoid. And we spend so much of our lives avoiding the tough, sticky things about ourselves that we don't like about ourselves. But really, if you work on them, that is how you become a better person. And then obviously then change your belief system to manifest the life that it is that you want, this reality shift that you're looking for. So basically, the smaller things are easier to manifest because of your belief system. How I got the life that I have desired so far is because I started believing I was worthy and capable of it. That's it. That's literally it. And this is a huge topic that, again, and this is a huge topic that I could go into for days. But the universe doesn't respond to what it is you say that you want. It responds to the frequency you're living in, your beliefs, your emotions, your thoughts, your internal identity, and it is mirroring that back to you. So, it took me some time to cotton on to that, but in saying that I've had the best year ever in terms of the life that I've manifested so far, yes, and the work side has been easy. What has been hard, and probably the hardest for me ever this year, is the work that I did on myself, is the internal spirals that I went into, like going, I'm not good enough for this, I'm not worthy, like who am I to think that I deserve this? All of those emotions and things I've been through. I've been like curled up in a ball going, this is so hard. But the solution is that belief that you have within yourself. So this is like something that I like to say, which is being delulu is the solulu, which means being delusional is the solution. Being delusional in the belief system that you have within yourself. If you see something there for you and you see yourself like with your own business, you see yourself traveling the world, you see yourself speaking on stages, you see yourself, helping people with your services intuitively, it is available for you. You're not seeing it by accident. You're not seeing it because your ego is telling you. You're seeing it because that is literally the universe, source, whatever, showing you that you are capable of that timeline. It's written there, like on your soul. And that's why you're being shown it, because it is available for you. You just have to be the one that believes that it is available for you. And that is the difference. So who probably, and this is probably an embarrassing thing for some of you to admit, but who is like seen people out there doing something similar to them or something that they want to do and think like, actually, I know as much as them, or I feel like I could help people in the same way that that person's doing it. And how come they're doing so well? And like, I'm not. Literally, Aroha, yes. The only difference is that they have the nerve, they have the audacity, they have the radical self-belief within themselves that they are the badass boss bitch and they're fucking doing it. Like, literally, that is the only difference. Do you know, like when I speak, sometimes I've had people come up to me go, but I should be you. I should be there. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be offended by what you've just said or not. But they're like, I'm supposed to be there. I'm like, yeah, okay, so do it then, you know? It's like, it's that easy. Is they have the belief system that they can actually do it and they're doing it. They have the bravery. They have the willingness to believe. That's it. That's the difference. So again, the big topic that I'm just touching on, but how do we do the inner work? You're like, well, then, all right. So it's easy to say, believe in yourself, but how do I believe in yourself? It's always us that's in our own way. And some of the, things, and these are excuses that I hear. I've heard every excuse under the sun from, other light workers. And these are the excuses I've told myself that I still tell myself, so I don't have enough time to be able to achieve these things. I don't have enough money because the kids need me. I will start after my child finishes primary school. I will start after, this and that, when inside deep down, that that is not the aligned framework. That is just, there's a difference between aligned timing and then just your own like bullshit basically. And for a lot of years I fed myself, I fed off my own bullshit. And you know why is because our time is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed for you. Like you say, I'm going to do this after, and this is so morbid, sorry, but it's the truth about our inevitability. We could not be here tomorrow, so why are you waiting till tomorrow till I feel a little bit more stable? If you're waiting till you feel ready, you're going to be waiting for freaking ever because you never feel ready. It's about leaping before you feel ready, which is the main thing. And I've had too many people, that are close to me that have passed away young, like it's not guaranteed, so make the most of the life you have now. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Take the action first, then you'll learn what you're doing. Okay. You can tell that some of these are triggering for me. All right. I can't read my own notes. You have the choice to change your belief system every day. So there's a couple of things here. So obviously there's working on the limiting belief at a deeper level, and there's so many different modalities you can go down to remove that limiting belief. You can remove a lot on your own, yes, but sometimes you need to be facilitated through those things. And that's where sometimes it helps to have a mentor to say, that's deep. You're going to need to go and book another session, with someone. Here's someone I can recommend you to, or it's something that you can work on through yourself just by sometimes acknowledging, oh my gosh, I do that. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing yet. Well, if I start, then I might actually learn what I'm doing. If I just take the first damn step, then I'll probably understand it, right? So there's a difference. And sometimes you can move through things on your own. Sometimes you need help. But if you don't know where to go to for help, literally, you know how it's all about setting the intention? Universe, can you please put the right people on my path that are going to lead me to busting these beliefs? Like, how do I start believing that I do have enough time? Send me on the path of the right people. I've been saying I wanted this 6-figure business for the past 6 years. Nothing really changed except for me. I was the one that changed first, and then the strategy and all that came after because I believed in myself to invest in mentors that taught me the damn strategy. I didn't know it. So the difference is because I needed to work on myself first. Yes, all excuses, your intuition, if it's right, and won't take no for an answer. That's so correct. So always be doing the inner work. How do I know what's blocking me? All right. So some of you might be like, okay, so where do I start? Basically, like we all have so many different things to begin working on ourselves, and we always will, but that's the fun of playing the game. That's the fun of being human, is we're learning. It's a school. That's what we're here to do. So play the damn game, right? But how do I know what's blocking you? So this is an exercise that I teach my mentoring clients, and it's really easy, basically. And so go ahead and do this after the session. But if you want to take some notes as to how to do it, it's called the gap. And really all you need to do is, this is inside my Intuitive Leaders Academy, a deeper version of this, is you create a table. So what do you desire in your life? So pop that in one side of the table. And then next to it, I want you to write, so where are you now? And why don't you have the things that you are wanting? So in your future timeline, what it is that you want, why don't you already have them now? And those belief systems or those things is what's getting in your way. Sometimes it's like you didn't take the action to do it, to actually get there. But sometimes it's like, oh, well, there's about 10,000 other people out there doing the same thing that I'm doing. So, why would I believe that anyone would want to see me? Obviously, that's a limiting belief. And that's a limiting belief that a lot of light workers have, or people within our space. But that's how to get you started. So start that table. You want to know what your limiting belief systems are. You want to know where to begin on working on your limiting belief systems. It's in the gap. So where are you now? Where do you want to be? Why aren't you already there? That's exactly the first things to start working on. And that will be your key to like getting the life that it is that you want. Just by the way, oh my gosh, I'm just making a mess here. All right. So I love your gap exercise. Yay. Yes. Everyone love doing that as in person. That is so fun to do in person and to help people understand what the next steps are with that. Thank you, Nadisha. So dot point 3. This is something that Spirit has been very screaming loudly in my ear lately, and I'm still learning this for myself. And I feel like if you're human, it's an ever evolving process of this particular thing, which is it's not necessarily in doing more. So yes, I've given you already, probably you're like, shit, so there's a lot of stuff to work on for manifesting my reality, for shifting my reality. But that's not the key thing. The key thing is not really necessarily in doing more. It's on becoming more and being more. And I mean this on a lot of different levels. Part of being more is being present, because those of you that are high achievers, who achieves the thing and then goes, right, what's next? Like, that's me. You get the thing you want and then you go, right, what's the next thing? And you actually don't take the time to be present in, well, holy crap, look what I just did. Like, look where I just came from in the past, like, 4 months, 5 months. Look what I just did. You don't actually take the time to be present. And then also those of you who aren't being present because you're stuck in the past, you're thinking, well, in the past, that didn't work out for me. I haven't been able to create a 6-figure business for the past 5 years. What makes me think that I could create one now? Like, it didn't work out for me before. So now I'm too scared to make any moves in case I fail. Who's failed before and is afraid of failure? Like me. So I had to rephrase my mindset around failure as well. So I don't believe that anything is a failure now. I take it as accumulating facts, accumulating learning. Like, you're actually just these are things that I've learned from. I wouldn't be where I am now if things, what you would call as a failure, if I hadn't failed. And if we're talking normal, I have failed more times than you can possibly imagine. The only difference between me and anybody else who is looking at creating a business or a life like mine is that I didn't stop. I kept getting up and I kept going. That's the only difference. The other people out there that you see doing the thing that you want to do, ask them how many times they've fallen over. Like, probably countless amount of times. Is you just keep getting up, you learn from it, and you keep moving forward. So your energy and identity always comes first. Who you are as a person, the energy you embody, the belief system, what we said, that is what your physical reality is actually working off. So be more present, be more in this frame of time and go, you know what, that happened in the past, but that's not where I am now. That's not what I'm today. I'm still going to take a step towards the future that I want. That is a bit scary. And I'm just going to concentrate on that today. And I'll worry about tomorrow, and I won't worry about what's happened in the past. So another thing another way that I'd like to talk about being more is that coming from the right space or energy. So the energy of which you create the thing is the energy of which the thing then comes back at you, if that makes sense. I know there's a more graceful way of wording that. Maybe I worded it here, but I didn't. So there's been a lot of times in my life that I have been like, oh, keep going, keep going, keep going. even though my body's telling me you need to rest, you need to stop, you need to refocus, you need to tap into your intuition again, check you're on the right path. And I'm like, nope, I don't have time. I've got this podcast that needs to go out. I've got this client that I need to reply to. I've got, all these admin jobs. I'm just going to keep going. And that is when, for those of you that are entrepreneurs or that are high achievers, you fall into the hustle loop burnout. So, what I am learning and what I'm getting better at is actually making sure I take care of my energy first before I go and do the thing. So, even today, I had so much to do. Just so you know, I did not finish this presentation until this morning. But my energy was already feeling anxious, and I was like, no, I need to go for a walk. I need to go outside. I need to connect with nature. I need to connect with myself, and I need to get myself into the right energetic space to run this first. Because if I'm coming from, I'm so anxious, I'm so stressed, I'm feeling like I need to get out of the house. It's sun shining outside. Like I needed to be in that. This wouldn't be half like, hopefully it's been good. Hopefully you picked up something from it. It'd be even worse, right? If I hadn't already gone and done that. So it's taken me, and I know it takes a lot of people, a conscious effort to make sure I'm calm, grounded every day before I start. And I've had to rewire the fact in my mind that I don't need to work hard to create abundance. That has been a massive thing that I've worked on this year is I needed to create that proof. You need to create that proof around you that I actually don't need to work hard. I can create from an aligned space and this happy place, and actually the abundance follows. What? Did you guys know that? That if you are in alignment, if you are creating from joy, that the abundance will follow. And how did I do that to create that proof? Surrounded myself with all those MFs, so those mofos that have done it before me. But I'll go into that a little bit deeper. So how my days look, just for an example, how my days look. So most days I go for a walk first, I play with the kids, I might listen to music, I might meditate, I might pull cards for myself, then I work. I take aligned steps forward in my business, and I have a good structure, right? So you do need the structure. I work for a few hours, and I work, like I said, between 15 to 25 hours a week. I actually don't know the actual average. I should probably, time schedule that. But then my kids, I go and spend time with my youngest because she's 2. I'm present with them. I try to be fully present. They come home from school, and I try not to touch my phone. I try to be in the moment. I meditate at night times. And that's when I do my manifesting, learning, reading, intention setting, spirit communication, clearing, whatever needs to be done intuitively. That's how I do it. That's my day. And in between, I've been traveling. Some of my most, so just for an example of being more, why that works and why energy and identity are always first, and then the reality follows, is that the months that I made the most money was I traveled the whole of January. Like I was with the family. We were moving from Melbourne, and we were in the caravan. We were going up the New South Wales coast, stopping at different beaches, and that month was one of my most abundant months because I was happy AF. And I was creating from this space of, I'd work a couple of hours in the morning before the kids even got up, and then go, and I was like, this is so fun. I can't wait for today. Like I'm creating from this space of alignment of, oh my gosh, this is my happy place, being at the beach, going to do what it is that I want. I get to see my amazing clients in the morning, and then I get to spend the whole afternoon with my kids. The months that I was traveling, my income was like this. I would then come home and then put myself into a loop of, oh my God, who am I to think that I can have this life? And then those months that I was like, who am I to think I can have these life? Those were my lowest income months, because I was like, it's stuck in the victimhood mentality of like, ugh. Um, as soon as I focused on the lack, how I was saying, don't focus on the lack, my income would drop. And I wasn't in alignment. So it just shows your energetics really have so much to do with it. And you can create monetary abundance from the hustle. Yes, you can work hard. You can create a lot of money. I could probably create more money. I could create more money if I hustled harder, but it doesn't feel good for me. So I don't want to do it. So this is the difference between me and other mentors is I teach in a way for your business so it feels freaking amazing too. Like I am led for, I don't care about the money. That is not my number one priority. My number one priority is because I want to help you, is the impact that I'm here to make. That is what I'm led by every day. Is that impact. The abundance follows as a byproduct of being in alignment. That's it. It's a natural flow and effect and reward for being in alignment. Finding the right balance of yin and yang. So that means like masculine doing and actually intuitive downloads as well. Okay, so how do we do that? How do you be more? How I did it, this is what I'm teaching my clients. Also, surround yourself with proof that what you want is possible. So find the right people, find the right coaches, find the right mentors that are already where you want to be. They are already living the life that you want. They embody everything that you want to be. Surround yourself with those people because that is giving your mind the analytical proof that what you want is possible. So that is like my community inside the Intuitive Leaders Academy. That they are some of the people that you might be looking for if you're resonating with this. If you're not resonating with what I'm saying, they're not your people. Limit your interactions with those who keep you down, for those who tell you that that is not possible. Oh, did I froze for a second? And sometimes that's about creating boundaries in your life. So also that's a whole nother topic, which is inside the Intuitive Leaders Academy. Create your social feed. So something that's not serving you. What's not serving your belief system right now? Thanks, Kirsty. Hope you feel better. That's so fine. Curate your social feed. A lot of people say social media is toxic. Absolutely, it is if that's what you're allowing in your feed. What I do is the people that I am seeing creating the life that I want to create, the people that are uplifting me, I add them to my favorites and I'm curating my feed of all these people, amazing people who are in my favorite. So if you like what I say, add me to your favorites. Just by the way, on your Instagram feed. I delete, block, get rid of the people that I'm like, no, that's not my vibe. I don't want that here. I actually stopped watching the news about an hour ago, and I'm not saying that's you, but for me, that mentality of oh, it's the world's biggest, like every in money crisis, money's not available to you, like everything costs so much. That was like actually making me think everything costs so much, oh my god, like I need more money, like that was putting me in the wrong mindset. So I blocked myself from that. I don't like to watch those things. I disengage from the things that are not aligning with my new belief system, things that you watch that you're like, no, sorry, I had to disengage from some of my mum's belief systems, that she comes from an Asian culture, which is like hustle, 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 and work hard, and then you get what you want. I actually had to disengage from that. And she sometimes looks at me like, what are you doing? But like, that's not her path. It's my path. So if you have any questions so far, let me know. Give me a wave. You're still with me. Are you still there? Everybody. I know I've just been talking this whole time. We're nearly there. So number 4. Turn your vision into reality. And how do we do that is actual action taking. You can be as intuitive as all hell and not take any action. It's a lot of intuitives that I see. Take accountability that you are the creator. Take accountability by having a mentor or a coach who's up your bum, like every day saying, that's actually bullcrap. Yes, you can do it. Have a strategy, learn the skills. You actually do have to learn the skills. So that exercise that I gave you, the gap, which is around, tell me, have a line, which is where you want to be, have a column, which is where you currently are. It's showing you why you don't already have it. What's your belief system? Another thing that I use the gap for is to what are the steps that I need to take to get me from here to here. So I want you also in your spare time to fill that out. What's the action steps, the physical reality action steps I need to take to become a world famous medium? To be able to sign up, to be able to start was that a lawyer degree she was saying that you were saying you wanted to do? What are the actual actions that I need to take? And just, you might only have step 1 and 2 and then you don't know. That's actually okay. That's actually something that is very important that I've learned, which is take the first step. And then very often the next step will pop in after you take the first damn step. The reason being is because you are a co-creator. Spirit is not going to give you very often the steps all the way down from 1 to 100. It will give you 1 and 2 because you need to action 1 and 2, figure out what you like about it, what you don't like, because we have free will as humans. You have choice. You are creating along with this physical reality with the help of God, source, universe, what you believe in. So you need to action it. Actually decide what it is that you like or don't like about the thing. Before then, they'll go, okay, this is what you like, this is what you don't like. So for you, the next most aligned step is this one. So if you're like, well, I don't have all the steps yet, I can't do it. That's the reason why, is because you haven't actioned the first damn one. Action the first damn thing first. And then once you've got your steps, okay, this is what I need to do to get from here to here. Here's the first couple of things. You're going to need to schedule it out. So those of you that are mums, those of you that have busy lives, you are actually going to have to create some kind of accountability list. And this is something that most of my clients come to me for because I have really good accountability codes. When I say codes, that's like something that I embody is I can teach you how to be accountable. I can teach you how to schedule these things out. I can be up your bum and be like, hey, did you do the thing yet? Have you done it? So you're going to have to plan out your days, weeks, months, and I come back and do this, then come back and do this again. You're going to do the gap exercise like every month, every couple of months, come back to it. Be brave, act on your intuitive downloads, take accountability, start with some consistency, take aligned action. So action that feels good. If you don't know if it's an alignment, if it feels good, it's an alignment. That's how easy it is. Clarity comes from action, which is what we said. Every time you act, you create space then for the next intuitive download to come through. This is what I already said. You don't need the whole map, just take the next step. See, I'm just totally psychic. I remembered what was on the next slide. So accountability, I feel like, so this is something that this might shock you, but this is what I help other people with, which a lot of my clients say they take more leaps and create more momentum in their lives in like the 3 months or 6 months that they work with me than they have within like the last 5 years of their life, is because I can help you see the clearer picture. And I'm not just saying this, I do feel like I lead this by example. So in the past financial year, yes, I've made 6 figures, but I also invested around 20K in the right mentors, healers, to get me to where I wanted to get to. And I chose the ones that were already in the space and living the life that I wanted. So yes, you can get to where you want to get to on your own, but the question is, how fast do you freaking want it? How fast do you want it? Let me know. I want it quick. So this is why I'm going to invest in the mentors. Oh, I can send you, Jennifer, the gap drawn out. Absolutely. Yes, it's inside the collective. But you are inside my Awaken platform, so I'll share it with you. Um, so the strategy does matter, the scheduling out, the accountability. So the reason why I invested that much in mentors this year was because it takes a very different skill set to go from consistent 5 figure months to consistent like 5K months, for example, 2 to 5K months, to consistent, 10K months, to consistent 20K months. Each time you up level, you're not only, so yes, identity, energetics, very important. The most important, that's why they're at the beginning, but also the skill set I had to learn is completely different business structure. And also I want to learn soul-led business scaling. I don't want to learn hustle your ass off business scaling. So I had to be very careful with who I was choosing, but I did actually have to physically learn and then action what I learned. So this is why, like, taking accountability, investing, sometimes you have to. Yes, you do have everything you need within, but also sometimes you just need to learn a new skill set. Like, I had no idea how to structure my business in a way that is scalable so that I can continue to up level. Absolutely no, I had no idea. But yeah, so I guess I am also constantly learning this as I go, and learning the structure that it is. And you know what is actually, this is very sad to me. There are so many amazing light workers or people out there that have these amazing gifts, that they are like some of the most powerful channels I have ever met, that actually, unfortunately, know nothing about business and are unwilling to invest in mentors that can teach them what it is they need to know about business. And then their businesses don't work, their impact doesn't get shared with the world. Think of all the people, if I think, it actually makes me sad, of these amazing people that I know in the space who are so good at what it is that they do, but actually fucking suck at like marketing, messaging, social media, and that's not a bad thing. You can learn that. I sucked at all of this stuff in the beginning, 100%. I was shit house. Like when I first started my business, but I learned it. And they're unwilling to invest in that, so their businesses don't go anywhere, and that's just sad to me. But okay, so you only know what you know. Pick the right guide who has already achieved what you desire, who embodies what you want to be. Part of growth is sometimes learning a new skill set and actioning it. I'm hungry. I want it fast. That's just me. The transformation is sometimes in the transaction or comes from the transaction. And if you energetically also believe, I am worthy of what this mentor has to teach me, Then also that's where part of the transformation comes in. A lot of people who invest in me, right? They say as soon as they invested, they saw the like return in their energetic change in themselves. All right, so we're at number 5, guys. We're nearly there. Woohoo! You've nearly done it. All right, so number 5, which is actually the most important. The most important, but I couldn't start with it because otherwise it wasn't going to make any sense. Lead your life or business, everything intuitively. This is number one. This is number one. This is my jam. That's why my podcast is called The Intuitive Leader Untamed, is learning to trust yourself. Why is it the most important? You are wired as a human from a soul's perspective with an internal navigation system, i.e., your intuition, which is built for you to lead you directly to what it is you came to do. So, your soul purpose. It's leading you towards alignment. Your intuition, your intuitive gifts, it is there to lead you. If you do not understand how your own intuitive gifts work, if you don't know how to leverage them, life is a lot harder. However, we all have the gift and the God-given right, birth-given right actually, to tap into our intuitive abilities and use them. That's what they're there for. We're just not taught it in our schools. Once you learn to trust yourself, this is where the reality shift, the quantum leaps, the timeline jumping happens. This is where you collapse a time frame, is because you trust yourself so much to act on the intuitive download that comes in that you do it straight away. There's no sitting on it. There's no, I'll do this in 3 months' time or do it in 4 months' time. For example, this is why my reality shifted so quick in a 12-month time frame, is because I got so good at trusting myself. Spirit said, you're going to fly to Sydney and Queensland and you're going to run this event. You're going to do Melbourne, Sydney, Queensland. I fucking booked the damn place to run the thing before I even knew what the hell it was that I was running. I'm like, okay. And I just I booked a venue in Melbourne. And then I ran Melbourne at the start of the year. I'm like, okay, I'm going to plan it out. In March, I'm going to do Sydney. In May, I'm going to do Queensland. Didn't even know what I was doing or who I was doing it with. I planned that and I put the first steps in place. So from the gap, right? Remember the gap. So this masterclass, I literally had the drop in and I picked the date and I had no other information. I'm like, this is the date. So first step in the gap is what I did. The first step to get me from here to here, I want to run a masterclass on how to shift your reality. Spirit says that's what I'm here to do next. That's what I'm here to teach you. I'm going to pick a date. I'm going to put the date in. And then next step is make a landing page. So I go, okay, Spirit, what's got to go on this landing page? And they're like, around about this. All right, cool, that's done. That's it. Start selling it. You know that I actually wrote what was going to be in this masterclass Saturday. Saturday. Because I trust myself so much now that it's going to intuitively come in, that I'm going to action those steps, that it's all last minute, because I'm like, I trust in myself so much. And this is what I can help you do. And this is probably my number one passion, is helping you to trust yourself and know that actually, you have got the steps needed, even if that is sometimes, to do this, this, and this, but within yourself. And you have the ability to be super duper, intuitive, and you have access to that. It's like a secret weapon, basically. So the more you raise your vibration, the more connected you are with your intuition, the more you up level your abilities, the more downloads come in. So as you raise your frequency, source, universe, guide, they're able to get more ideas to you, and then you're more inclined to act on them. I know a lot of intuitive people who are really good at receiving, but they don't actually action. So lead intuitively. You are always rewarded for your bravery and trust. Also, you'll get more upgrades the more you action. So this is one thing that used to motivate me. I really want to be so psychic, and the more psychic, the better. Within keeping my personality, I don't want to be like one of those really weird psychic people. The more that you action on the things that come in, the more you are rewarded with energetic upgrades. That's how you become more psychic, is do the psychic things that they're telling you. So how do you do that? You're probably like, oh yeah, cool. It's all well and easy. Good for you to say. Yes, you can learn from me. I can teach you also. But how do you continue? What's some steps today? So do you know that the reality in which you the reality in which you create is most easily created from theta brainwave state. So I'm not going to go, that's a whole nother topic, into the brainwave states, but theta brainwave is basically meditation form. So I have a regular connection time with spirit where I meditate, and I probably do that for anywhere from 3 to 6 times a week, and anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on what I intuitively feel like I can handle. I've got 3 children. It's not always a lot, but this will make all the difference in your life. If you're very new to this, I have got something called the 7 Day Intuition Challenge, which is free. It's junemac.com. It's on the landing page. Sign up to that and do the 7 Day Intuition Challenge to get you started. Because that will teach you the basics of how to like get into this, start trusting your intuition, get into the theta brainwave state, find what it is. If it's not meditation, it might be going for walks. Some people connect through music, so or connect through movement also. But have that regular time where you check in with yourself, like, and go, okay, does this feel good for me? Am I moving in the right direction? What do I need to do next that will help me get to where I want to get to? Um, have the bravery to then act on the downloads that come in. So, like I was saying, you get the upgrades if you actually act on them every day. Just choose one intuitive idea that comes in. Choose one thing, this nudge or this idea that won't go away, and just act on one small thing. And the goal is that this muscle keeps. I just looked at that too, Nadisha, the 111. And you know what's funny is my sign for when I'm on the right track within alignment is ones. So yeah, that's what I asked for from the universe: 11 11s or 1 1 1 1. So thank you for pointing that out to me. That means I'm on the right track with what I'm doing. Um, Act on your downloads one a day. You're going to say, well, then how do I know if it's my intuition? I'm new to intuition. How do I know if what I'm acting on is actually my intuition or not? What I teach is the FAFO method. What does FAFO stand for? Some of you already know that. It stands for fuck around and find out. As a human, oh, have I frozen? No, I'm back. As a human, you are not actually going to have 100% proof that what has come in is intuitive versus ego. The only way you're going to know is by fucking around and finding out. So actually try it, see how it works out for you, and you'll start to learn very quickly, okay, I actioned that and it didn't work out very well. And that's because now that I look back on it, that was a choice that I made based off ego, versus that actually that worked out really well for me, and that's because it felt amazing. I felt really joyful coming into that decision. I was a little bit nervous, but nervous is normal for intuition because that means that it's going to require you to grow and expand. Fear is always going to be there, but who are you going to let run the show? Who are you going to let create your reality? Is it fear or is it you? I get strong ideas in my head that are strong that won't go away. Yes. Okay. So those strong ideas that keep coming back. For example, who's been like, run a women's circle. Like 3 years later, run a women's circle. Still hasn't done the women's circle. Like that is an intuitive idea. If it keeps coming back, that's a download. That's intuitive download. So act. And as you move, as you act, you will gather evidence and learn to trust. Like that's where the trust comes in. So we're at the end here. And I hope that you have picked up at least one strong thing today that has helped you, going to help you moving forward. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is not because I'm like, oh my God, look what I did, I'm so amazing. The reason why I had to talk through all that uncomfortable stuff and share with you what it is that I have created for myself is to let you know that if I can do it, I am no more special than anybody. We are all as special as each other. We are all connected. We are all here to do our own unique, amazing, incredible things. And if I can do it, if I can go I was working in an unaligned office job when I had my kids, my second child, before I went into intuitive development. And every day I went there, it felt so gross and disgusting that I actually used to imagine having a car accident on the way driving there just so I wouldn't have to go into work. That is a massive sign of unalignment, of not being in alignment. And I knew I was capable of so much more, and it felt so gross to me. If I can go from that to where I am now, based off just starting with intuitive development, 1000% you can do it too, and you can do it way faster because you will have the bravery to reach out to the people that will teach you how to do it quicker. If I knew, okay, if I invest 20K now, I'll make 100K, like, years ago or over 100K, I would have, yeah, you'd freaking do it, right? It's just I didn't have the belief system then. But anyway, it's all growing. Um, as a bonus, I'm also going to send to you in your email, look out for the reality shift meditation. So part of my work is not only just, telling you to do the things, it's the energetic accompaniment that goes with it. There is going to be a reality shift meditation to help you step into your highest timeline. I think tomorrow or in a couple of days, whenever my VA does it. So that's coming. Look out for that. And I strongly suggest doing it. When these are channeled meditations, and I just did it before I jumped on this call because I was listening to it. Because what happens is I record these, and because they're channeled, I don't even remember what I say in them. And I was listening to it, and I had goosebumps all over from my own bloody meditation, if I say so myself. So do do the meditation when it comes in. It's very powerful. If you have a spare 10 minutes, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to continue this trajectory moving forward, how to work with me moving forward. If you got to peace out, that's fine. But I'm just going to quickly talk about some of my clients and some of the work that I do, and how to keep this ball going. If you resonated with any of what I was talking about today, if you want to continue to shift your reality and have the support from me, if you want to learn intuitive stuff, if you want to become the energetic person to be able to hold this reality that it is that you want. If you want to change your belief system, so rewiring belief system that yes, I am capable, yes, I am worthy, I'm really good at all of this. If you want the business strategy, whether it's life or business, that's what I can help you with. So this is my method that I use in all of my teachings, and it starts with amplifying your intuition, then working around identity, energetics. This is the baseline to all of my business. I'm not going to go too much deeply into that, but basically, if you're interested to work with me further, the two main offerings that I'm talking about at the moment are the collective. So the collective is if you don't have a business yet. Oh, well, no. You're either at the beginnings of your business or you're at the beginnings of like working with someone to hold the accountability for business, or you might not have a business yet, but you want to intuitively develop, you want to change your life. This is the container for you. It's a 4-month container. It's part of the Intuitive Leaders Academy. And I'm actually just going to show you what it looks like inside so you can have an idea. But basically, this will be the energetic support to begin shifting your reality, the intuitive development, the practical steps, the accountability. So everything we spoke about, and it's customized to your individual desires. So my teachings are customized to you. It's like I work with you, you'll get 2 one-on-ones included in this. If you're not sure which offering is right for you, book a free call. So you can just chat to me. There's absolutely no, what's the word? Pressure to sign up to anything, but this is only 1,500 for 4 months. So I think it's around 375 a month. And that's for the intuitive side. If you want a base place to begin, if you want to see if you like my work, I can also give you like taste testers of my work. So book the free call. I'll show you how it all works in a minute. But then there's also New Era Entrepreneur. If you want the business side, like you're a light worker, you want not only the energetics, the identity, the intuitive side of it, the community. So this is the community. If you want access to me, these are the 2 programs where you will have access to all of this, like whenever it is that you want. New Era Entrepreneur also has the business strategy. So this is a slightly bigger program. And if you jump in, I think it's starting in a couple of weeks, but you can basically jump in now and get started with your 101 or first 101. But you get access to the entire collective, everything in the Awaken portal. Plus, I'm going to teach you in New Era Entrepreneur how to build strong business foundations to get you to at least consistent 5K months, and then give you the tools to be able to teach you how to scale from then on there. So I go into everything: strong product suite, messaging, marketing, social media, customized again to your desires. And that is officially starting within a few weeks. I'm just going to show you what it looks like inside. But basically, these are some of the results from people that have worked with me. So these are some of the results intuitively, up levels in abilities, up levels and upgrades in people's lives, like just some of the changes that they've made in their lives. I'm obviously not going to read all of them. These are business results. So whether you're interested in the life side or the business side, clients who previously didn't have a regular income or no income, hitting 5-figure months, consistent 5K months, actually getting clients, consistent rollover of clients, people with social media who had no idea how to get, I created my business off less than 2K followers on Instagram, so not a huge following account. You don't need a lot of followers to have engaged followers. These are some of the results of like people's profile visits. Like after just a few small tweaks, I have the ability to kind of see where your holes are. And yeah, help you move into that. So some of my clients, some of them are here today. I can see, who attended this live, and I would love to actually go in and talk about each one of you, but I'm not going to do that to you. Mark, who started as a complete newbie, so complete newbie, didn't know what he was doing with his intuitive abilities, started within my space, and now is running he basically got himself to he became a healer. He's a really great psychic healer, intuitive medium as well, and he got himself he created a booked out business within 6 months of being within my space. So he basically went from nothing to a booked out business within 6 months. Shannon, who some of you might know, so she went from what she called herself a baby psychic. And I don't only work with psychics, by the way. These are just the people who are happy for me to put their faces out there to say that they are psychic. There are some people that I work with that are amazing leaders in their industries, but cannot say that it's because they're psychic AF. So I work with sex therapists, people that have done TED Talks, people that work for the AFL, people that are sports coaches, helping them to create a better life, better reality, and based on intuitive development, and from creating that in alignment. And I just can't show them here which really sucks. One day they'll be able to say that they are proud psychic. Samantha Lou. So Sam, if she's not here today, I don't think, but she has worked with me for a couple of years now, and she basically went from a complete newbie in business, not the strongest channel to begin with. Her ability, she felt like went up and down, but she's now teaching intuitive development as well, and she has created a consistent income. So she hit her first 5-figure months working with me, has now got her own podcast, she's got her own school, she's fully booked with clients, and her abilities have just completely skyrocketed. And a lot of the clients that I even see that are on here today, I swear you guys are more psychic than I am, and have abilities that are absolutely amazing in helping you to lead lives. So if you want to book a call with me, a free call, there's a little QR code there. It's also going to be in your follow-up email. But basically, if you book in with me, or make an appointment, it can be within a couple of weeks. If you make an appointment today, or if you're watching this on replay by the end of the week, if you end up signing into any of my programs, I'll also throw in a free 30-minute reading with me. So if anyone has any questions, please let me know. If anyone wants to know more about how to work with me, please let me know. But that's pretty much it. You're most welcome to put your hand up and speak. You don't have to type. And let me know if there's any questions or anything, reflections that you wanted to share. Thanks, Elizabeth. That would be great. So welcome. Does no one have anything they want to share today? Or any questions? It's totally fine if not. Please hit me up on social media. So if you do and you're just shy to share, find me at Ms. June Mac on all socials. So if you'd like to book a call and that QR code wasn't up for long enough, or whatever it is you want to do, find me at Ms. June Mac on social media, or find me at junemac.com as well to have it. Some people like to have a deeper look at the offerings and have a mull over. I know that's me before I, commit to anything. So feel free to have a look at that if you would like any more insight on what it is that I do. The Intuitive Leader Untamed podcast is probably like where most of my trainings are. I'm so glad that you found that was divinely timed, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've got at least one or two things out of today that's going to help you to change or shift your reality. Um, and yeah, okay, cool. I can see some people with a lot of writing, so that's good. Job done. But I really, yay, amazing, Maggie. Thank you so much for being here. I literally am so grateful to see you all today. I have loved doing this. This was really super duper fun for me. And the time went quick for me. I hope it went quick for you and you weren't just all sitting there like, oh my God, hurry the F up. It went really, really fast. But yeah, if no one has anything they want to say, I will see you on the flip side. And thank you so much again. And I will, okay, those of you that want the gap sheet, please inbox me on social media and I will send you the gap sheet. But have the best rest of your day. And thank you again. Love you lots. Bye.
Thanks, June. You were
Thank you.
awesome.
Oh, thank you. You too. I'm really excited to hear how you all go with everything. So let me know if you get use out of this workshop
Thank
masterclass.
you.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.
Yeah.